Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So it's another junk journal video today, and people are doing lots of altered cards. So I thought I'd have a go. I haven't got any playing cards, not ones that I wish to alter anyway. I've got packed somewhere but I can't find it. But what I have got is loads and loads of these. So obviously I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. You can see the discoloration around these. I don't know how long ago I've had these for, because I don't just have the ones that came in my starter pack. I have hobby demos who don't want to use these, so they're given me. So I do have oodles of them. They're quite a nice size. They're like 6x4. I'm sure they're 6x4. She says reaching for, that's a centimetre one. Don't know where my inches ruler is. I've only got centimetre ruler, and that's not a lot of use when I'm doing 6x4. But I don't understand centimetres in that respect. Here we are, little ruler. Yeah, just under 6 actually. So 5 3/4 by 4 and that's about an 1/8. So it's about a quarter size of A4, roughly. That's what it is. So so quite a nice size, and you could of course cut them in half and make two little skinnier tags. You could cut them that way so they are more like a playing card size, but I've made them this size, and as you can see these are all slightly different. So this was the first one I made, and what I did was covered it in gesso. So that's had 2 layers of gesso, front and back, to cover up all of this. And then I've got a dictionary stamp, so I stamped over it, forgetting that I was stamping over it in water based ink, and so it smudged a bit when I was applying sort of glue. I wanted to put a paper napkin on it, and then I realised I couldn't, so I just sort of stuck a few bits on, and then I stuck some coffee stained lined paper on the other side, so it's a nice sort of journaling card. So then I did it again, and this time I stamped it with stays on, some brown stays on, so that I could put some decoupage, some napkin on it. And I used I've got PVA that I've got a colour in it, so that's why it's quite a different colour, apart from the fact that the ink I used on it is different. And I did the same on the back, so I just inked around the edges on the back and then stuck this on. And then I sat and thought, 2 layers of gesso, waiting time to dry, stamping on a dictionary. Why don't I just stick a dictionary page on it? That was so much quicker. And yeah, you get quite a different effect. I think you've got more of a faded look there than you do with that, but you know, I still like this, and I decided not to put paper napkin on this one. I decided to stamp it instead. So yeah, and then I just stuck the paper down directly on the back, and you can't see through it. So yeah, so that's what I decided to go for the next time, is like I'll just stick paper over it. So I've prepared 2. I will show you how I did it. So, and I've done these in 2 different ways. So this way I just cut down, I've used music paper just to be different, straight out of a book, stuck down, can't really see through it. And then the back, that's just coffee dyed or tea dyed paper. And then this one, what I decided to do was I folded the page around it a bit so that it sort of covered the edges, and then stuck coffee dyed paper on the side, on the back. But you get a ridge, and I wasn't sure if I liked that. I don't dislike it, but I'm not sure that that's necessary. You know, just as easy, just trim them off. So, and they do make it quite robust. So if I so this is the card. It's not too flimsy. It's quite a nice weight for a tag and a journaling card. But these ones, 2 layers of gesso and some glue on the back, and then obviously glue with that. It's quite a bit stiffer, and you can hear the sound than that. this one has also got the added decoupaging and gluing of that. So again, and this has got the glue of gluing the paper on and everything. So again, very robust you make. So quite like them. So I'll show you what I did. So these have already been done, but I'll show you with this one. So I've got a nice little vintage church and school hymnal here. It's about 1900, I think. Or was it 1920? I can't remember. 1926, there we go. And so I just sort of flicked through until I like the pages with sort of music all the way along. So no, I've not, usually I try and find a middle of a signature like that one, and then you can rip right to the edge, and that's a nice little size for sticking on there. You could decoupage, so if you collage even, if you didn't have a sheet the right size. So now I'm going to get my glue pad. It's an old Stampin' Up catalogue, and so I just put glue stick all the way around the edge because I don't want any bubbles. So I like to put glue stick all over so that I know, and then I kind of hold it up to the light so I can see, have I missed any bits? Nope, that's pretty good. And then I like my Collall glue because I don't trust glue stick, basically. And so I put that up all the way around the edges because it does ooze out to the edges. Put it around the middle. There we go. And then I just try and line it up so it is fairly straight, and then put it down. And then I get my long bone folder and squeeze it up, and that will, all the Collall glue then will flatten out, move along, and you won't get any sort of bubbles. It'll adhere. There we go. All the way to the edges. You can see where glue's oozed out there. Just go over the back. Now you could trim off at this stage and then retrim with the other, but let's just trim once. So cover the back now with glue stick. Now if this would been gessoed, we'd now be waiting for the gesso to dry. I suppose you could blast it, couldn't you, with a heat gun. So you'd be waiting for it to dry and then applying it to the other side and then applying a second coat. Whereas we're going to be done and dusted in not very long. There we go. All the way over, and then I just need some of my tea dyed paper, which of course I haven't got ready, but it's not far away. Here we go, got some tea dyed paper. This is 120 GSM actually. Could have done slightly, could have just done the ordinary coffee dyed paper. I have different weights, so I've got I like the slightly thicker if I'm backing it onto printed tags or printed ephemera, but for this I could have used, white is my well, I didn't know that my phone buzzes when somebody's ringing me, and somebody is ringing me. They'll leave a message. So it's only my son. So I'll get back to him. So that's that. Can't remember what I was saying. yeah, so on this, because it's going on sort of card, I could have probably got away with thinner paper, but never mind. I did a load the other day, so I've got quite a lot. So now it's just a matter of finding the edging to cut it off. So that's right on the edge there. You might want to wait till it's drier. So now you can either do it on a trimmer or use your scissors. So I'm just gonna go up there with my scissors, and I kind of sort of feel the blade next to the card. To get it off. And that is so much quicker than 2 layers of gesso. A little bit of bubble there. I'll flatten that out. So there we have it. That is the card done. So very quick, just sort of cover up. It's nice to upcycle. Slightly squiff there, but I'm not bothered because we are going to cover that up. There, I said I didn't want any bubbles. That might have been, I didn't actually check on this if I put glue stick all over there. Sorted now. So now what we're going to do, well, I thought I'd do a little bit of decoupaging the some napkin on it. I think that'd be nice. So I've got myself a napkin. It's quite a bright one, this, but I'm going to use some coloured watered down PVA with it, so it should sort of take a bit away. So I'm going to kind of, I don't want that leaf, so I'm going to go up around there. Quite like that little flower there. Come down, might go for that purple flower. Come down here. I'll go down there. See what I've just decided on. Let's pull that away. I think these just look a bit too tropical. Which is why I didn't want them. So I think that'll be quite nice. Just trying to sort of think about what else is going to go on. So I'll put that on for now, and I might add to it at the top. Give that a bit of a stir. So go up there a bit. So we will have a little bit of drying time with this, but we haven't got to worry about gesso drying. There, quite like that. That's quite nice. I think I want a bit up in that corner. So what else have we got? We haven't got this one, so we have a bit of that. So I was going out to Sainsbury's to get some paper napkins. They've got some really nice ones. I've seen a few people show them, and I thought, oh, never go to Sainsbury's. Let's go out and get it. Neither cars will start. Bit of cold weather. Ed's always struggles in cold weather, but mine usually not a problem. But mine has not been used since probably lockdown 2. So, and I'm not sure if it's ever been started. We were being quite good at sort of turning the engine over, but no, we haven't for a while. So so I don't quite know what we're going to do anyway. So we thought, oh, well, borrow. So we couldn't go. So I came up with the brainwave last night. It's like, oh, we could borrow our son's, and he just rang me. It was him on the phone to say, oh, soz. He had an oil leak. He put his car in the garage. He never said this when he was arranging to borrow his car. And yeah, so he just went after work to pick it up. The garage was closed. So he was a bit annoyed. So not going to Sainsbury's tonight after all. And if the garage isn't open tomorrow, I won't be able to borrow his car until next week. So that's a bit of a shame. So I've got to leave that to dry. So I'll leave that to dry and then we'll do the next bit. Right, so there it is, all nice and dry. I do like the way that looks, and you can see the way the coloured PVA adds a little bit of extra colour to it. So like that. So I've got some ink for inking, and I pulled out different bits for putting on. So I've been using these lovely photos from Artie Mays. There's that one that's quite nice and colourful, although it's not quite the right colours, is it? So I'm thinking, got a little bit of like, looks like palm tree there, so I thought maybe she would be good for this. So yeah, might use her. So I think we'll give her, oh, I'm using scissors, must be feeling brave. So yeah, we'll use that. I'd used these ones on some of the others because they've got like a nice frame and I quite liked it. Let me get them. So you can see they're kind of already framed, so I might sort of create a bit of a frame. You can see how I married that blue up there, and she's more sort of sepia. But let's take the top of that off so I can kind of have a better look. Now, see, I've covered that purple up completely. So, yeah, that one's not going to work. Okay, so we'll keep with that one. And then I've got some different tickets and things to kind of give me, so we don't want them, sort of pick out. So we've got some sort of pinky there, so maybe quite like this one. Might use that one. This is an Artie Mays kit, so it's quite good for, because it's got lots of colours, so quite good for matching colours. So that's quite nice. I've got lace doilies. Don't want the bluey one. Quite like a bit of lace there. That might look nice down the side. Oh, there's somebody at the door. Cool, it's all go today, isn't it? It's like Piccadilly Circus. So it wasn't the phone, it was somebody at the door. So yeah, need something behind because you can't really see it. I'm just going to snip it off. And I might, I'm a bit out of breath. Whew. I want darker. I dyed these, one lighter, one darker. We want a bit of darker, don't we? So, I've been cutting from this end. Cut a bit of that off. about that long. That's quite a big bit, don't need all that. So I tried a new way of tea dyeing, and what I did was I used a cheesecloth and dipped it in and rubbed it on, so I actually dyed the cheesecloth at the same time as the paper. And then quite enjoyed it. There we go. So if that goes there, I might do some ink in that. Looks quite bright. And pull that out. Wrong sort of green, really. I could use the other side and ink it up. That's fairly nice, actually. That's quite nice. I do want some bits around the edging. Those are just little elements, so there's nothing in that. So I've got some edging from, you know, when you rip your book out, you end up with some edging. So I might use a bit of that. I've got some edging with a little bit of writing still on it. That would be perfect. So I've got this. That would be grand. So inked up. That would work nice. I'm just covering up that doily I put on, but I quite like it, sort of sneaking out a bit. If I make that a little bit smaller, then we'll see a little bit more. We can shunt this all over a little bit. Just want a teensy weensy bit underneath. That will be lovely. So I'm going to bring my glue magazine back in, and might do a little bit of inking up, because although that's nearly 100 years old, that piece of paper, it's looking quite new. So blending brush, let's get some ink on it. So quite like the way that looks. I want some ink on that and some ink on that. That's just for edging. So quite like this colour. It's very like Vintage Photo, just a slightly different shade. I quite like it. It's nice to have different colours for a change. I was watching an Arsey May's video, Back to Basics, and she says go-to's Vintage Photo, I think it was tea stained, and another one, I can't remember what the other one was. Oh, I think it was an archival ink. My F stays on for that, black and brown. So I think that's a bit better. Oh, and that's nice the way it's picked up some extra colour there around where the, oh, my phone's saying battery dying, there we go, around where the paper napkin is. Like it. Might have called it a doily. I do that. This is a doily, but I do call them doilies a lot as well. Right, so liking that. So now I just want to go around the edges here. Quite like it, gives it that sepia look. It's already a little bit sepia. Might give her a little bit of a extra bit. Yep. And then go around the edge of this. When I because I was making the pages of this big dictionary, I was taking the edges off, and I thought I'll just bin them, and then I thought, well, no, actually I might find a use for a little strip with just a little bit of word, and I was right. That's just really nice poking out there. So all this needs and I'm gonna go all the way around the edge here, so I've got no whiteness. So I hope everybody's going to have a nice Saturday. This will be going out on Saturday. It's Friday night now. I'm hoping to go out for a walk. We went out for a walk this afternoon. It's freezing. Absolutely freezing. It's colder than it was when it snowed. And so it was a short walk. So yeah, I'm going to leave that as it is. I don't know what I want to do on the back yet. Might just do a little bit of distressing on that, a little tad. Not much. Make it look less brand new, as it is brand new. There we go. Right, so now let's stick it all together. So I want to stick that down. I'm gonna put some glue stick down, because it's going to have other things stuck on top, so I don't mind having a bit of glue stick to hold it down when I know that other things are going to go on top, so I'm not altogether having to trust glue stick to the gluing of this. People seem to use a lot of glue. For me, glue stick was what we had on the desks at school. It's me being a teacher, not as a pupil. Don't think they'd invented glue sticks when I was at school. And we always bought the most rubbish glue stick. And they all dried up because the kids never put the lids on. And so glue stick's rubbish in my head, although I've been very impressed since buying quality glue sticks. But I'm going to use some Fabitac for this crocheted lace. I'm not trusting that to glue stick. It's quite thick. So might need a bit more than that. Might trim that top down. Oh, shall I leave it? No, I'm going to trim a bit off. There. That's about right. So we want this over there. I inked the wrong side. What a wally. There we go. Didn't think about that one, did I? So I'm actually going to put a little bit of glue on the edge of here. I am on the wrong side, right side, and stick it to this. so I haven't got to guess where to put it. So that's going to go on there. I want that coming out there. That on there. Yep. Yep. So put some glue on there where we've got some solid bits. Mopping up cloth. And then we can stick this down. Use my cloth for any oozing. Cloth. It's a dried out baby wipe. There we go. And then just the final touch. Stick that down. Oh, that's coming out fast. Yeah. Put it there. Put it there. And that's a little card. I just think just have a little bit of fun of sticking things down, seeing what looks best, and that has been sat in my room, not chucked out because I don't like to throw things away, thinking one day I will think of something to do with these cards, and sure enough I have. So yeah, they also will fit a photo, so I haven't put anything on the back of this for writing on. I can do, but it could be, you could put a photo on there, so it's quite a nice big mat. You could put a tab on the top as well. You could just have it clipped in. You can have it tucked in a pocket. So there they are. Really like them. And it wasn't too long to make, I don't think. Much quicker than these two. These two are much quicker than those two. So there we have it. So not quite an altered card. An altered card of sorts. Okay, so hope you like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be back with another junk journal video on Wednesday. And I'll be back tomorrow with a Stampin' Up video. I think it's a card tomorrow. It's Valentine's Day, isn't it? It's a Valentine's card, just in case you haven't made one yet and you want some inspiration. Okay, bye for now.